FM, we're coming to you today without any people on today with us.
We don't have to tell people that. Nobody else.
Why not?
It's a little bit quiet, but you know, I bet you there's some day on 2FM where like the guys are doing the breakfast show and nobody's listening to 2FM. Like it statistically, it has to happen.
Yeah, but that's radio station. Promote radio station.
Proper radio station. Okay.
But then we look when we get out with really weird to not having anyone on today. It was really weird. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm going all kind of philosophical about it because it's knowing that people are listening makes it different for you to do this.
Yeah. It does. It feels different. Even today, speaking with no one and seeing no one, it feels really
even if you know people will be watching back later.
Yeah,
so we're talking to people in the future.
Even then, it feels really. I think it's because we're so used to people that come on and not happen. That is weird.
Okay, so we're in a different space today.
Yeah, but as well as that, I look like Einstein. My hair is all over the place. I look like Einstein without being grey.
Well, that I don't know whether you're you know, I don't know whether you're insulting yourself or praising yourself. I look like Einstein. I look a bit like Einstein. Yeah.
That's not a good look. Really awesome. You look like a madman. You really did. When he wasn't, but he did something
okay. I do remember he used to not be. He used to feel that being overly concerned with your appearance drained your brain power. That like, so he used to. I think this might be a myth, but he used to wear the same clothes every day. He used to have the same outfit in his wardrobe every day because he didn't want to waste any brain power on deciding what to wear. It's very likely he didn't own a hairbrush either. He probably thought that was, you know, that if he brushed his hair it might pull some of his brain out or something like that. I'm stretching.
For men who really is highly intelligent, he was quite dumb in his ideas of grooming your hair and the clothes, and it was quite hippy-dippy when it came to that. It really was.
Well, this guy was thinking about, you know, the origins of the universe.
Again, we're back to the quote. Clothes make it the man.
Manners make it the man.
Yeah, but clothes.
Okay, I think that might be a corruption, but okay, that's an interesting thought. But they also say you can't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, now you do one.
I don't know. Sometimes I can't. It depends. It really depends on the type of person you are. And so the clothes we do wear, unfortunately, in today's society, it does play a big part in how the people look at you. Like, you would go into interview, like where now, you would dress up for the interview.
Yeah, that's true. But that is true. To speak in it from a professional level, in therapy work, people talk about how you dress is really important because it shows who you are affiliated with. So in hospitals, doctors wear white coats to kind of make them seem authoritative. And then they're saying if you're a therapist going into a hospital, you can wear the white coat so that you look like you're part of that team, part of those disciplines and an authority in yourself. Or you can dress more casually to show, well, actually, I'm not one of these guys. I'm different. So you can react to me differently, that kind of thing. And then you have art therapists who are always very... I don't know, have you met any art therapists?
Actually, no one. From 4 years ago. Romeo wasn't it? She was in thinking.
I remember her, yeah. And was she an art... I don't mean to make this distinction too strongly, but was she an art therapist or just an art teacher?
I think art teacher.
Okay.
I think so.
And I don't mean to say just an art teacher, but
she wore her own style.
Yeah. And what was her? Was it very expressive and very colourful? Yeah. So that kind of sets you up as being more individual. So how you dress in your work situation does mean a lot. And I try to dress. So there, like for male therapists, there is like this therapist uniform, which is the V-neck jumper with the shirt coming out underneath it, and and I've never worn that. I always try to dress more casually because I want to align myself with the service owners who are always dressed casually. Why not dress for comfort? Why not dress for that kind of thing?
Okay, I agree, but if this is the case in interviews, why not just like the way you would dress in an interview? What difference is that? And after the job, where does that differ from? Do you know what I mean?
It's a good question, and I've been to interviews and I've dressed up for interviews and I've hated dressing up for interviews, but I think it's less because of why you would want to do it and more of the fact that it's expected, and you kind of sometimes you don't want to appear non-conformist in some situations, particularly interviews. You don't want to walk into a room where you're trying to impress people and then act like you don't.
Walk
or roll, or however you move into a room. Let me rephrase it. I wouldn't want to walk into a room where I was trying to make a good impression on people, but also doing things that made it seem like I didn't care. It's complicated.
Yeah, but your clothes doesn't have anything. Well, I was going to say your clothes doesn't have anything to do with your personality. It does to some extent, but it doesn't define your personality.
No, well, absolutely, your clothes can define your personality. That's like the whole punk. Look at every fashion. Look, the punk movement, the grunge movement, the metal movement. I'm speaking of the ones that I'm familiar with, but even like hip hop, country. Every musical genre is defined by some kind of dress fashion sense or fashion kind of thing. And then we have all these social conventions that we don't even know why are there. So like, you don't come here in your pajamas. We have clothes that we sleep in, and we have clothes that we go about in during the day. And
but some people
it's true. And they get really harshly judged for it. But like, so there are just social conventions around clothes that we don't know why they're there, but nobody is bothered going against them, because why would you bother? But would you say, well, let me ask this, would you say your look has changed over the years? Do you dress exactly the same as you did 10, 15 years ago?
Slightly different. It's recommended leather jacket instead.
I remember that.
Yeah, you've just given.
What colour was it?
Black.
Okay.
Bleeding Black.
Yeah,
Um,
I do remember that.
I actually got it when I was 16 years old, and I want to say I can't remember. It's a called Crombie. You know them big coats they hang down. I think you had one of them once.
Okay, I had that.
Crombie.
I don't know what they're called.
Well, I wore one of them once, so
Yeah.
but it wasn't a major change to what I'm wearing.
Yeah. But let me ask this then. Is there a reason you don't wear leather jackets anymore?
I know I do, but it's not cold. Only when it's cold, when it's freezing, I would. I don't really think much about what I'm wearing. I would wear clothes.
But this is something that, like, it's funny because I'm giving a talk later today, and it's about music, but it could apply to clothes as well, because it's anything about how we express ourselves and our individuality. But when you say you don't really think much about what you wear, I wonder, are there things you definitely wouldn't wear though?
Yes, definitely. Jackson, all Jackson, and Jackson, top Jackson bottoms. That's not me. I don't feel like it would be me.
Okay, so there we go. So there's yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't affect my personality. Like my personality, clothes doesn't really affect it.
Fair enough.
It's like slightly different.
Are you dressing up for Halloween?
I'm already there.
Einstein, you're going to dress up. We'll get you a white coat.
More like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well,
people say I look like really, so.
really?
Yeah. Saying in-house joke. I don't know if it's a good joke, but it's a joke less.
I don't know what he looks like, so I'm
He
afraid to look him up now.
He didn't wear big glasses, so I suppose I'm okay.
Okay. Who else have you been told you look like?
I was looking Harry Potter when I was younger. And then the guy from Stuart from
Oh yeah. So the little boy from that,
yeah.
Jonathan Lipnicki is his name.
I was called the Humanist when I was younger.
And again, that's probably just the glasses, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. We got a lot out of that.
Actually, that actor that's in studio, you Laurie, the father in it, you Laurie.
Oh yes.
Is he English or American?
He's English.
English. Some of these actors I can't tell. They really put on a good American accent.
It's true. And I heard someone talking about this recently, which is that English people do better American accents than Americans can do English accents.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
I wonder. I think it's because there is a generic American accent where you just talk like that and you'll get away with it. It's kind of non-region specific. Whereas in England, every accent is either associated with a place or with a social class. So you're either really posh or not, you know. And Americans kind of mix those up. They mix all the different accents up. So there is no generic English accent or British accent, whereas there is a generic American accent. But I don't know. I don't know. I think actors have a really hard time doing Irish accents. I've never heard a good Irish accent by a non-Irish actor.
Even English.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
You would think they'd be used to hearing us by now.
Yeah, and there must be something tricky about it, you know.
Well, I can do an Irish accent.
Me too. Well, the funny thing is that I had to relearn my accent.
Yeah. I'll train you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, I grew up in England, so I had an English accent when I was very young.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got the Irish accent when we came home. Then I got the Australian accent when I went to Australia, and then had to get my Irish accent back when I came back from Australia. Yeah. So I have a weird non-regional Irish accent as well.
I think of American slash Irish accent. I honestly do.
I think I have an American
American
accent.
slash Irish accent.
Oh, I don't like that.
Sorry, I hear sometimes and the words are always like Irish slash American accent.
Oh. Okay. Might be time for quote of the day. Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like I don't. You wouldn't be able to tell where in Ireland I was from the way I talk. Except when I get angry, then I sound like I'm from Ennis. Then it comes out. You know?
I think there's some people though. Some people don't know where they come from in Ireland. They don't have a specific accent on them. Like my friend is Nina, but he has a really strong Nina accent. Like really bugger accent. Yes. What? Seriously?
He has a rural accent.
Well, keep it Irish.
Alright. Yeah, Jason's let us know there. It's World Mental Health Day today, and I know some places are doing activities and awareness events all week.
I need some of that here.
Yeah.
Seriously, when enough of that, it's not for radio, but it has some of it we do need here in the centre.
Okay. Well, let's talk more generally about it then. The need for mental health support at work or in places like Enable Ireland. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's different. Well, I think it's more like understanding. That's the base of it. It's understanding people and where they actually come from, and they're just not thinking about yourself. And other people just thinking about being in the moment with that person and thinking what that person means.
Yeah.
And what that person is saying to you. Actually listen to you, not hearing you. Bored listening and hearing you.
Yeah. And I'm going to add another one to that, which is listening and hearing, but not interpreting or not giving answers or solutions or things like that. It's literally just being there for the person. Is that what you mean?
Yes. That was much useful. No.
And it might be hard for people to talk about how they're feeling if they're going through a difficult time. So sometimes telling your own stories can be important too, to let people know that we've all been through something.
Yeah.
You know, would you agree with that, or am I
Oh, yeah, I do.
projecting? So mental health. What? I mean, it's a good topic. What kind of things do you do to take care of your mental health? Or let me be less personal.
Stay away from people.
Okay.
People are complicated. So I might know what they are called complicated.
That's interesting. Okay.
I mean, we had this conversation. Me and what yesterday, and I said, look, life is complicated. Life is simple. It's people makes it complicated. So.
Now, I will say that slightly contradicts you saying that we should understand each other and be there for each other.
I know.
But that's okay. All that means is that different things work at different times for different people. That's okay. I mean, I was going to say the obvious one, like, because I'm a music therapist, music is good for mental health. Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but maybe it is me, but when you are right up, you don't really want to do any much feeling because there's so much anger, frustration build up. So, suppose when you calm down, then suppose you can put on headphones or whatever and listen to music and I would do it, I suppose.
Right, so that's an interesting point. So in some situations you can get so worked up that all you can do is wait for yourself to cool down and then you do something to kind of and I suppose then, you know, because mental health awareness is not just about correcting things when they get bad. It's about kind of supporting yourself and preventing things from getting bad in the first place. And maybe that's something music can be more helpful with, that it's just kind of helps you with your mood in an everyday way. Would you? I mean, I think people have different relationships with music, so I'm not trying to...
because we're all different. We all have different ways to cope with things. So, my way wouldn't be really your way. Your way wouldn't be my way. So.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone has their own. Okay.
And for me, it's more about sitting down, putting on the telly, focusing on something like a movie or a TV show or even Xbox, and just taking my mind off things first, and then research what happened.
Yes. Do you know what they call that? They call that going into your cave, and everyone needs to go into their cave sometime, and they need to be left alone when they're in their cave. But then when you come out, it's important to, like you said, share with people and communicate and be there for each other. Okay, I like that. Okay, shall we do a quote of the day?
Please.
Okay. I'm going to find a good one. No. Okay, here's one. It's a bit topical. So this is from Anne Morrow Lindbergh, who was a writer in the 20th century. Can you believe the 20th century was last century? I don't know. That's weird to me. Okay, so she says,
when the next century is.
Next century is the 2100s. So that would be the 22nd century.
So will we be alive, or will we kind of?
Depends on how well Elon Musk does on digitizing all of us.
So we will be dead. Fair enough.
We'll be alive in the memories of people who came after us. Okay. So here we go, from Anne Morrow Lindbergh. To give without any reward or any notice has a special quality of its own.
Yeah. That's what we were discussing this morning. When you were saying that to me as well. I guess that came down.
Well, it was the best of a bad bunch today, really. I would have liked something a bit more mind-bending.
I like it though. I like it. It's good.
Yeah. So what do you think it means?
suppose it was like, put it in this way. It's like, if you're a parent, you will do mostly anything for your child, no matter what. And I suppose if you won't ask for much, you won't ask for much, in the end of the day, because it's your child.
Right. I'd have a slight reading of it that it would be that like doing something nice is rewarding in itself. The feeling of doing something nice for someone else makes you feel good. Do you agree with that, or are you a what's in it for me kind of guy?
No. Like, again, I meant that when we were discussing about payments and stuff like that this morning, but I suppose if you need to do something for someone, and you're not getting paid to do that, I suppose some people will do it. A good amount of people will do it because it's the
because it needs to be done, yeah.
So, but there is other people, like in the yin and yang, there's sort of people out there that just will always look for money, always look for to get paid, and I can understand that to a certain extent. You have to get paid anyway. Everyone has to get paid to look after themselves, but at the same time, you gotta kind of be human as well. Kind of look after your fellow man, your fellow person. So
Good catch. Okay, will we do famous birthdays?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, not sure how many of these I know, so let's see how many of them you know. Do you know who Brett Favre is?
No, and sorry.
He's an American football player, and I think he's in the movie There's Something About Mary.
Okay, but so I did see the movie.
Yeah, he's right at the end. He's Mary's ex-boyfriend who she gets back together with, and he's a famous football player, and that's kind of.
Yes.
I don't know anything about him other than that. Okay, here's another one. David Lee Roth. He was a singer in Van Halen.
I never heard of
I
him.
will jump. Bum, 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 bum. Let me finish. Bum, 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 bum. No, okay.
Oh no, just jump.
Yeah.
It was like 80s.
Yeah.
80s something, I know.
It's David Lee Roth, his birthday today.
Okay.
Alberto Giacometti.
No, but Italian.
Well, come on. He was a Swiss sculptor who was alive from 1901 to 1966.
How would I move to sculptor? Jesus. I don't hang around.
Yeah, I'm only pretending I knew who he was. Okay. Helen Hayes.
Simple name. I like it. All these actress names are really complicated. I think they know. That's good.
Helen Hayes was an actress. I'm going to see what she was in, because I bet you she was in something. She was like
She's from the 60s.
she's from the her first movie was in 1910.
Okay.
But that was when she was a child, so she's worked all the way through. I'm trying to see. Oh, she was in Herbie. Right again. So I have seen her in something. But there we go. She's an old Hollywood actress. Okay. Let's do one more. Where is it? Here we go. Nora Roberts.
No.
And that has a name, I know. But, yeah, she's an author. But I don't, haven't heard of her. I don't know what books she's read. So, yeah. not a great crop today. I mean, I'm sure they were great at what they did, but they weren't people we knew. Maybe we need to educate ourselves, watch more Helen Hayes movies and read more Nora Roberts books. There we go. All right. I think this week is... Oh, I see. Okay. Thanks, Jason. So we might wrap up a little bit early today, Ricky, if that's all right. So let's thank everyone for watching, and we might put this up on YouTube because it is just me. Yeah. And so this will be on the Midwest Facebook page for Enable Ireland Adults, and we'll put it on the Harmony FM. Harmony Conversations, that's what it's called. Yes, Harmony Conversations YouTube page. So we hope you can check it out there, and we'll share a link next week for people to catch up. Okay, well, thanks very much. A happy Mental Health Day, and take care of yourselves.
So for me, bye bye, adios.
Bye.